So yesterday on my stream, the question came up, how do I do overlays? Specifically, the question was about text blocks. And at first I thought it'd be kind of funny to have avatars, but I'm looking at this avatar and it's not really keeping up with my face. So I'm going to turn that off real quick. So on the stream, you can see that we've got some text box. So at the intro screen, this is a text box over an image. And then while I'm playing, there's a text box that stays here on the left side. So the question was again, how did I do that? So the way that you do that is in my case, I use Xbox to stream to LightStream, and then people watch the streams from LightStream via a third service. So in this case, it goes from the Xbox, LightStream, and then it'll go to YouTube, goes to Kick. It also goes to Twitch. Twitch is by default, you have to have a Twitch account for whatever reason. What I would highly suggest to set that up, if you're not already familiar with it, is follow the directions. I would scroll down, go to Livestream Studio, and that's going to show you how to set it up. So on the Xbox, you're going to hit the Xbox symbol, the little X that's like on a circle that's kind of rotated up a little bit, and then you're going to go over to the fourth or fifth tab that has live streaming options to go over to capture and share down at the bottom, second to bottom. You're gonna have live stream. That's to start it. But before you do that, you're gonna have to go into your settings and set that up. So once you've set that up, um, Lightstream does come with like a 1 week free trial. I want to say I spent right around $80 for an entire year. You can for like 130 stream at the higher resolution, 1080. So this is your control panel starting scene. You can change that, but you can never delete it. You've always got to have a starting scene. And then when you go to start to stream, then you can go over to whatever you want your normal thing to be that people are seeing. So whenever I hit start, that's there, and then you're going to see that until I physically go in here and change to the new scene. This is what's normally up whenever I'm streaming. You can see I've got a few different things going here. I've got widgets with my latest subscriber. I've got a widget with the last 5 subscribers. This is a widget that shows how many people are currently watching. And actually, you know what? I'm going to move that up just a little bit. Viewer counts. Let's move that up just a tiny, tiny bit. Okay. Um, and then I have these text boxes. So that's what drove the creation of this video. So I'm going to start one from scratch, and then you can just see how to do it yourself from that point. So we'll create a new one. And then I always say to name stuff because once you sleep and do other things in life, you're going to forget what some things are. So like I've got be right back, my loading screens, end of stream. So let's call this a normal and we'll call it test. So I know I'm going to delete this when I'm all done. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to go to layers. I'm going to go into game source. Put your game source in first. That's going to always be your background. And then everything you're doing that's going to overlay is going to go on top. So after your game source, we're going to go to plus. And in this case, we're talking about texts. It can be images as well as a slideshow. You can also put a video over clip, a video overlay clip. And here we've got text. And so what we're going to do is we're going to type in here to do. And I like to resize this just so it's not obnoxious. We're going to put it over here. And then if I change this, I can change the font color. So say for whatever reason I want it to be red. Just keep in mind red is the hardest color for the human eye to see. And I also noticed that if I do this and then I don't hit enter, it doesn't take effect. So there we go. There's the red to do. Now, if you click on it, nothing's happening. Come back over here, select the layer. Now it's selected for you. You can change the font size so you can make it smaller. You can change the font type so we can make it like that. And then the other thing I like to do is give it a background because there's going to be things changing behind it all the time. And so we're going to the background and let's give it kind of a gray. background, and then transparent. So what's behind it comes through it just a bit. And now that there's a box around it, I'm going to get a lot more tight with that. Okay, so there's my to-do. One last thing I wanted to do to this that I forgot is underline. All right, so there's my to-do. Let's add another one, text. And let's see, I want to suffix and probably misspelled. And let's say to medical supplies. Okay, so we've got our 2 items for our list. Obviously, that's pretty big. So let's make that like 15. And let's make it wrap text if it is too big. And let's give this a slightly different color background. So let's give it kind of like a whitish red, same transparency, and enter. And there you go. Now we got 2 text boxes to do. Let's say you're on a stream one day, and for whatever reason, let's say you're not doing DMZ, and so you want to hide that, so you can hide it. Just a few different things here. Your third-party integration. So whenever you see that I've got the subscriber counts here, what I've done is I've gone over to Streamlabs and I've created widgets. And so you can literally, I can't show this because it shows stuff that's not to be shown outside your stream. So it's going to have sensitive data in there. So you just hit copy and then you come back over to your pane and then you add a third-party integration. And so you would tell it, so what was that? Streamlabs. And then you would just paste in that URL here, resize it, and then put it wherever you want. And then whatever widget you created in Streamlabs is there. And then again, it's the same thing. You can always hide it if for whatever reason you don't want it on your stream. So capture camera. So if I want, I can show the camera that's on my laptop right now so you could see me. So obviously if you're streaming from your Xbox, your camera's not going to be really at you, but um, you could use your camera as a second viewer or a second camera and maybe put it in a corner. I don't know. It'd make you different. I haven't seen anybody do that, but I guess you could do it. You could screen share. So I use that to show my ring cam in my backyard. All right, so you can see the 2 text box. You can see the Streamlabs alert. We can see the game source. Then we mentioned the third-party integrations. So I think that kind of captures everything. If there's any questions, just put them in the comments below or just catch me live. Thanks.
So thanks for watching. Please subscribe. It does help the channel quite a bit.